What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of Power Book 4 Force. Okay, this is season 1, episode 4, Storm Clouds. Girl, let's just get into it. Okay, first of all, let me just say that we are just now on episode 4, that I am just now realizing that old boy that is working with Jannard, and he's supposed to be working with Diamond, but he mostly working with Jannard. Okay, that is Jeremiah, aka Elijah, on here. Girl, I've been hearing people say it, and I was like, girl, who is Jeremiah supposed to be playing? And meanwhile, I'm listening, and I'm hearing this bounce back as the theme song is going on, and I'm like, bitch, Jeremiah been singing this theme song, and I've been listening to it for the past 3, 4 episodes, and I'm just now realizing that that's him singing it. I said, all right, way to keep it in Chicago, okay? Because y'all know Jeremiah from Chicago, you know what I'm saying? They got to represent. So I like it. I mean, shout out to him from doing good, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all know he did have Miss Girl earlier, like last year or something like that. So that's good that he healthy and all that stuff, and he getting his little props, his little acting on. Moving on from that, we get into the episode, and um Tommy and Gloria, like, girl, I don't want her to catch no feelings, and I don't want Tommy to catch feelings. Even though I kind of like Gloria, because Gloria is standing up for herself. You know what I'm saying? Gloria is not letting Vic like run over her, and she's not just sitting back waiting on him to get his stuff together, whatever. She's still going about doing what she got to do. But for some reason, I just don't see Tommy and Gloria again together like that. I don't, well, at least I don't want to see that happen, you know. But because I don't want nothing to happen to her. And it's like, you don't want to be with Vic because of the stuff that he's doing and the fact that his father is racist, but then you're going to get with Tommy. I just don't want that to happen. Just keep it on the sex type of thing, okay? And so that's what they was doing. Meanwhile, I said, damn, y'all was fucking at the end of the episode last week, and y'all open up the episode this week. Fucking, all right. You know, can we get somebody else, though? Okay, I want to see some other bodies. I don't need no other bodies, but I need to see some other bodies, all right? But then we get into this whole scene with Jannard and Elijah. They going to the shop, and they supposed to be talking about some stuff, meeting up with actually Tommy's brother's son, okay? And basically what we have here is this discussion about, you know, who finna run stuff and how people are not gonna like the way that Jannard is about to shake stuff up. Okay, it was like, you got old heads, you got the original people, you know, they got people that's already used to certain things. He was like, so the fuck what? Okay, I put my time in to get this spot, and then Diamond, his ass over there probably meditating or whatever with his lame ass. I said, you know what, Jannard, you know what, this Cain and Abel shit that I'm seeing, okay, with your ass, I just don't like it, you know. And I don't want to talk about nobody, but with your mushroom ear ass, okay, y'all see his ear. Now I really want to understand, you know, because the actor did, you know, was in my retweeting some stuff and liking some stuff in my mentions or whatever. But at the same time, I want to know what happened to his ear. I don't even want to make fun of it, because some people have mushrooms ears. Like, did something happen, or was she born like that? But it's bothering me because you so ugly in this right about now. You are really trying to go over my man like that, okay? Because my man trying to be kumbaya just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? He just trying to bring a little bit of structure, and you in your feelings because, oh, you know, if it wasn't for him, my whole life wouldn't have to take this course, okay? I was on the road to going to college and doing this and doing that. Okay, bitch. Shit, you should have gave up the crown, all right? Gave it to a cousin or gave it to somebody else. But no, you decided to take it, you know, and then you got a hold of the little bit of power for 15 years, and it went to your head, and you don't want to get that up. You don't want to get that up. So now you got Tommy brother's son coming up in there, and you know, he's only 16 years old. He telling him to go get some people that's smart and bring them over here, because basically he about to mold them. He about to mold them into whatever it is that he want, and that's why he want them things young and dumb, okay? And that's the whole thing that Diamond was against. You getting these young niggas that's just gonna start shooting people for what? Shooting like 6 people before we ask what was the point? Okay, there is no reason to do all that, you know. And I was just like, this, he's just about to mess stuff up. Meanwhile, you got Tommy trying to figure out what's going on, because Liliana was like, well, since that meet didn't happen with you know, the Flynn Walter, what's gonna happen next? He was like, I mean, the plan kind of got messed up just a little bit, but he's still cool with Diamond. He still got some stuff to work out with Diamond that he gonna be fixing up or whatever. Meanwhile, he started talking about the low rent motherfuckers up in the back of the yards. I said, excuse the fuck out of me, bitch. I was offended as hell because, you know, it is some low rent ass places in the back of the yards. And if y'all don't know, that's my neighborhood. Okay, that's where I live and stay. You know, been here all my life. And the reason why they call it back of the yards is because it's where the stockyards used to be at. Back when Chicago really first got going, that's where the stockyards, the factories, and everything. And it's still a whole bunch of factories or whatever. Like, you know, we got, I think, Luster Lotions and the pink lotion and all that shit. We got all of that back there, okay? On 47th and, you know, Halstead and everything, the slaughter yards and everything. That's where they used to be at, and that's where a lot of the stuff's still at now. Okay, so that's why they call it back of the yards and the train yards and everything. Bitch, you ain't have to talk about us like that. You know, and Liliana said, hold up, we don't touch the back of the yards. We don't fuck with the yardies like that because them motherfuckers is crazy. One of the leaders fucked his own nephew up, okay, for stealing from him. That's his sister child. Neckline him. What she got? Gave him a necklace or whatever. I said, yeah, just fucked him up, okay? We don't like thieves over here, you know what I'm saying? And so at the same time, this whole situation about Claudia comes up, you know, he asked about her, and Liliana was like, if it wasn't for her daddy and her name, the daddy's name, she'd probably be working at Macy's or whatever, getting $12 a little spritzer girl. And he said, no, this girl is out here trying to do some stuff, and what I need you to do, I need you to follow her. I'll probably pay you like $12. It was just a little play on it. I said, oh, you made a little joke, Tommy. Anyway, moving on from that, Claudia go talk to this other guy, little Puerto Rican dude, you know, and I guess they're like real good homegirls. I don't know if they gay or whatever, but you know, I just say homegirls just to say homegirls. They homies, okay? Because he look after her, she look after him, and it's an obvious respect there because they greeted each other real nice, and he didn't even doubt what it was that she came there to sell him, okay? Like, there's a level of trust, all right? She gave him the medicine. She gave him the new drugs that she's trying to peddle out. And he took a little hit, and he said, damn, here go the suitcase of money right here. I said, wow, so that's how you do it amongst people that really trust you. That's cool. You know, it wasn't literally no questions asked. Meanwhile, you got Tommy going to meet up with Diamond at this diner. Now, when he sat down and he told the guys that worked there, he was like, yo, just give me a coffee. That motherfucker said, who the fuck do you think I am? Bitch, do this look like goddamn Starbucks? You mean to tell me I woke up all this morning to be out here and doing this shit for 30 years to wake up and fry up the grill, okay, to get you some damn coffee? What the hell? I said, you know, older black men would tell you about yourself, okay? That was really funny to me. I really like that. But basically, his little role was to just gloat on not Tommy, but Diamond, okay? Telling him how, you know, Diamond is you eating with the champ, okay? I said, I know my baby is the champ. You eating with the champ, you know. I seen him when he knocked out this Polish guy, whatever, you know, just had him all fucked up and everything, and that was cool. Meanwhile, they get into this whole situation about what happened with Walter and him. He was like, so listen, I forgive, but I don't forget stuff, okay? That ain't had nothing to do with me, and you know, if he can't see past it, he can't see past it, okay? But we also find out that Vic is going to be there. Vic shows up, and Diamond says sins of the father is not the sins of the child. So Vic is there to basically say, I see what y'all talking about. I've been trying to tell my daddy the same thing, but he is a dinosaur at this point. He's not trying to get to the point where we don't need to be divided. We need to come together if we want to continue to grow, because we're not growing right now. We're very antiquated in this thing, you know? So we need to break that color lines type of issue, do some more type of products, and just start working with each other. So, you know, they gonna see if they can work that thing out. And, you know, of course he's not gonna tell his daddy. And I was just like, I think at one point they asked him, like, how come you down here by yourself or whatever? You doing deals behind your daddy back? I said, because this ain't the first time that he did that shit. Tommy, you know that. When he woke up there, baby, why old guy that worked there got pissed off yet again. He said, what is with these motherfucking white boys today? Because Vic once again asked for some damn coffee. Meanwhile, Liliana is following Claudia. She's going from place to place, and at this point, we see and we realize that she is marketing off her, her designer drug, okay? Trying to get people interested. At first, I think she was coming out of the guy that we already saw first. Then she was meeting up with this other big guy, and she had her girl with her. Liliana is taking pictures and everything. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Liliana is doing her job. Meanwhile, we see Paulie. This is Walter's guy, the one that was trying to hit on Liliana last week. He's in like the homeless row, you know what I'm saying? This homeless part of, Chicago look like it's under the bridge or, just sanction off. And he goes all the way to the back and he see this guy. And I was like, you about to give him some money? Is he selling drugs to the homeless people? What's going on? Oh no, it's his son. It's his son. He on that mess. And see, that's what gets me. How are you in a drug game and then your family gets hooked on drugs and you don't want to get out? Because you see the effect that it's having on you personally. You may not feel it or feel some type of way about it when it's somebody else because, oh, that ain't got no connection to me. But when it's somebody close like your brother, your child, and you still want to work for a drug organization, like maybe because he in too deep and he just can't say no, but I don't know. I would, listen. The boy was asking for money. He just trying to bring some food and clothes to him. And it was just a lot. Mind you, Vic was just saying too. Vic had to tell Damn and them too. I don't believe that you had anything. Actually, I know that you ain't had nothing to do with what happened with his aunt and his uncle. The issue that Walter got with Diamond, okay? He ain't had nothing to do with it because he know that that's not his style, okay? So, they going to have to figure out what's going to happen with that. So, Diamond, Tommy, and Vic, they go to the backyards. They like in where the trailers and the old little stockyards or whatever used to be at. And of course, Samson talking about or my baby talking about how his grandma used to work there, how the smell used to be bad, and it do be bad sometimes. Okay, like when I say bad, it be like you'll go months and not smell a damn thing. But then when you get to a certain place, like when you get closer to it, all of a sudden you will smell something, especially like on Halsted when they be slaughtering up the pigs and stuff. Oh my God, it just be a mess, okay? But when I say when it don't smell the whole neighborhood the way that they was trying to make it seem like, talk about some, oh, you make it smell all the way over there in Indiana. They exaggerated on that shit. But give or take, it'll happen. But at this point, Vic is like, I don't understand why we down here, okay? And they trying to let them know it don't matter where they get the drugs from. Like the users, they're gonna get the drugs regardless, okay? They trying to open up a new pipeline to get that drugs, okay? And so while they waiting on the Yardies to come up there, Zamos, I think that's his name, the leader, what's his name? Diamond gets a call from Elijah, who told him, listen, on the scanners is saying that the cops coming, so y'all need to get out. I don't know who tipped them off, but y'all need to get the fuck up out of there. So they hurried up and get up out of there. We see this 4x4 Chevy coming through with these dudes on there, and they got their shotguns. I said, now, first of all, we don't do that, okay? I said, this is an exaggeration because I ain't never seen no shit like that, okay? Not around here. Listen, I seen a lot of stuff, and I ain't never seen no shit like that. But, the cops was rolling in, and of course, it's Mr. Crooked Cock. Crooked Cock. What the fuck was that? Okay, Crooked Cop Bennigan. Okay, he see them, he see Vic, and he just let them keep going, but he goes after the other guys. Okay, and Tommy was like, yeah, I didn't encounter that dude, or. And also, Diamond has encountered that dude, and he was like, that's the same guy that was there when I came out of jail, and he came to my shop. They was like, do he got anything to do with you going to jail? He was like, no, he too young or whatever. So they gonna have to keep an eye on him, At this point, they got to go back to the drawing board because now they can't do nothing with the people from the back of the yards because the cops are on their trail. So now they got to figure out what's next. Meanwhile, you got Claudia. She up there talking to her girl, talking about some, listen, where is the rest of the drugs? Okay, this stuff that we peddling, we gonna burn through it real quick. So we need to get the chemist in here. And she was like, who the chemist? Like, the girl is just looking at her like, okay, listen, bitch, I cooked this shit myself. And she was like, girl, stop playing with me. She was like, okay, yeah, I did have a chemist. Well, we gonna have to talk to the chemist to cook up some more stuff. And she was like, man, it sound like you running this show. She said, do we have a problem? Nicki Minaj up in this bitch, okay? I thought you understood that that's what it was. My name is Flynn. She was like, no, I just wanted to know what was going on. I said, you know what, Claudia? Girl, I don't know about Miss Girl, okay? Because the way that she came at you, you might have some bomb puss or whatever, but I feel like you might have to look out for her because she might just probably double cross you or whatever because of the way that you coming at her. Meanwhile, Vic, Tommy driving Vic around, okay, trying to go take him to his car, but Vic needs to make a stop. He was like, listen, bitch, you get to your car, you can make that stop. But, he offered to buy him a drink. Of course, they go to the bar, and Tommy realizes which bar it is. And he like, no, I don't want to go up in there. And then here come Vic. Well, I already know that you fucking my girl, okay? He said, wait a minute, so you know that I'm fucking your girl and you still trying to work with me? He said, well, listen. At the end of the day, business is business, okay? It's business over hoes, me and Gloria, we on a break. We figuring our shit out, and she can do whatever the hell it is that she want to do. And I'll be dumb to get in my feelings over that when I got business to take care of. So, hey, it is what it is. It's only temporary. He was like, yeah, okay, Meanwhile, Walter come up there, and he just trying to figure out what the hell is going on, okay? Now, this whole situation with Walter and Vic, of course, Walter tried to, do his thing with Tommy. And I just don't understand. At this point, this man, you told him the first day that he was there, you had this whole dramatic scene with the lights outside and the fire and everybody out there trying to intimidate him, told him to leave the city. Then he stayed in the city. He's trying to do these deals, okay? That kind of fell through. He still haven't left the city yet. And you still coming up here talking to him as if you big done daughter and he's scared. No, okay? That is not how it works. That's not how it's going to go. You are not as intimidating as you think that you are when people that's coming from the outside. And that is what Tommy is showing you, okay? That may work on these other people that been here and they know you, but at this point in time, Tommy ain't got nothing to lose right now. So he gonna do what he gotta do. Meanwhile, Vic go up in there talking to Walter go in there talking to Vic. And basically, well, Vic and Walter do have this conversation. I think it was at his office. And his whole demeanor is pissed off. He pissed off at Vic for going down there to the back of the yards, for talking to them, for doing what he's trying to do. It's like, you're going behind my back and you're supposed to be about the family legacy. And he was like, what if I don't want this legacy? What if I don't want this crumbling empire? Because that's literally what he was telling Diamond and them. I don't want this empire because it's crumbling at this point. It's not going to survive the way that my father wants to run it. And he's trying to tell his daddy that. And he was like, you know what? You try to make it seem like I'm not a man because I want to work things out with Gloria and I want to leave this shit behind for Gloria. But I'm still going to be a fucking boy if I'm staying here to be under your foot. So what is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is going on? So he realized that he is in a lose-lose situation. He gonna have to take his daddy out. That whole conversation, I was just like, you're gonna have to take your daddy out. You and Claudia, okay? And most likely Claudia probably will put the bullet in him first before you do. She got the guts to do it because she tied too. Meanwhile, Tommy had to tell Gloria, listen, bitch, it was cute. I ain't know that you was fucking around with old boy, but we never said it was nothing. She was like, I said I had some attachment. He said, I know, it's cool, but I think I'm gonna go head up to another bar or whatever for the time being. And it was like, you know what? It's understandable. I'll see you later. We had some good time. I said, okay, cool. Meanwhile, the way Gloria was looking at him, I said, oh, Gloria is not done with him. Gloria is not done with him, but I want sis to be done with him, okay? Gloria is intrigued, all right? Meanwhile, back over at the CBI headquarters, Jannard is pissed off and cussing out my man, talking about some, I don't understand why you out here in the back of the yards doing all this stuff with these white boys or whatever. You linking up with people and ain't nobody say nothing. And how come this ain't know this and woo 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 and I ain't know all of this stuff or whatever. What's going on between y'all? Jannard whole thing, I feel like at this point, Jannard is jealous as hell because Diamond is still making moves and not including him. Diamond came back and he's making moves and not acknowledging the fact that, yes, I kept us afloat for the past 15 years. All right. And he was like, you want to go on this murder-suicide type of mission with this boy? I don't understand what hole he got on you, Tommy. Okay? Whatever it is, let him do that. Let him do that. I don't got to worry about him because you my blood. I'm sitting here like the way that you coming at him, you know, he was like, you going to have to choose. Either it's going to be them or us. And I'm just sitting here like, but you up here doing snake shit behind his back too. So, you know, get out your feelings and let shit just roll the way that it rolls, all right? I mean, you putting on a great performance, but But moving on from that, Bennigan rose up on Vic when he come from his daddy house. And he was like, what the hell you doing out there in the back of the yard? And he was like, you know, he trying to play it like he ain't know what he was talking about. But he basically said this. So you need to continue to do your job. You need to worry about what it is that you need to worry about. Because if not, something's going to happen to you. And if something happens to you, what's going to happen to your sister that you need to take care of? The reason why he's doing this, snitching shit and working for the Flint's, is because he needs the money to take care of his sister. Okay? And of course, that hit a spot. Don't you talk about my sister. You leave her out of here. You know, something about the way that the cop is, acting and the way that he enunciates his words and stuff. I don't know. It just bothers me. It just bothers me for some reason. He seems like he's more of a theater actor. That's what it is. He seems more like a theater actor, okay? And he's breaking out into TV acting. I don't know, but he could have had some other roles before, but it just comes off as that. But I said, bro, you need to just, you made your bed, you gotta lie in it, okay? This is what you need to do. You can't change the rules, all right? And you got shit to lose. They really don't, compared to you, all right? Meanwhile, Liliana was in the house. Girl, she coming up in the house. She trying to take her stuff off. Next thing you know, Mama couldn't even get her sweater from over her head before these dudes come up there. Where's our drugs? I said, oh my God. That's what Walter told Tommy. I see a storm is about to come to you in a little bit. I said, what storm? This storm, okay? Remember, Tommy had asked Liliana, who drugs are those and where did you get it from? All right, she said, I told you the whole story. Baby, them motherfuckers came up in that goddamn house and they was about to fuck her ass up. Girl, they done knocked her out, picked her up, put a bag over her head, then put a cigar out on her, was about to put a cigar out in her eyeball, and that's the only way that she was about to start snitching. But I don't feel like she gonna snitch just yet. You know, she buying time. Because they said in their language, we're gonna get the drugs and we still gonna kill the bitch afterwards. I said, child, I mean, it's understandable because she stole, okay? She stole. Meanwhile, all of this is happening while Tommy is over there at PB. What the fuck the boy named? PJ? PJ, girl, over at his brother house meeting his brother daddy. And we see, I just gotta say this, the old men up in this episode have been hilarious, all right? From the men in the diner to the brother's daddy, when he was sitting there trying to tell the story about how, you know, he met Catherine, he was only 17 years old, he didn't know nothing about raising no child, you know, but he didn't want to bring him up in a place where he's part of the cycle. So he trying to break the cycle. Tommy said, that's awfully good of you for what you doing for your son. He was like, shut up, I'm trying to tell my story, bitch. This ain't for you to interrupt. He was mad. I said, damn. You know, old people don't play. Old people do not play. But basically, you know, he met Kate. Whatever they did, she got pregnant. Kate left. You know, it came hard on him to keep taking the boy to the park or whatever because he would see people with the kids with their mother and wonder where his at, and it just was hard on the father knowing that she would never be around. And they was just reminiscing about all this stuff, and the daddy was also sizing Tommy up, just trying to look at him and see, is this the same Kate type of situation, and of course Tommy ain't here for Kate ass. If he had something negative to say, Tommy back that shit up. Hell yeah, the bitch ain't shit. Okay, I'm sitting here like, I'm so glad I got a good relationship with my mom. Tommy's still over there at his brother's place, and his daddy basically said, my boy, he leads with his heart, not his head. So if you up here trying to play him or whatever, trying to get something else out of him, please just go, okay? And of course, Tommy is like, no, I'm not trying to do none of that. But in the midst of that, he gets a text from Liliana that says, basically, come on and bring Ghost, okay? Come to this address and bring Ghost. So that makes him like, uh-oh, what the fuck? Something is happening. So she in the backseat of these cars, the car with this, the two guys that came in there and plus another guy. And they talking about if her connect is the person that I think it is, our boss would want to talk to him, Tommy Egan. So her ears perked up like, how the fuck they know Tommy Egan? Okay, gave his whole government and everything. Mind you, I just realized that the guy that was in the back seat, because later Liliana said, oh boy had a twin. I said, oh my god, they do look like each other. Okay, so of course they brothers. But it was like, he got an hour. If he don't show up, take care of the situation. So at this point, they thinking that Tommy not gonna show up, and of course Tommy do show up. And as soon as the brother leaves, Tommy pops up with the gun, pop pop pop, took the twin brother out, and then started getting the other boy. And then Liliana came up behind and started stabbing him in the neck like ding 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 ding. And I was like, yeah, that's how you do that shit. He was like, you know what, you seeing ghosts, that was some good shit, okay. Baby, come to find out, these the Serbs, okay? Now, if y'all go back to original Power, the deal that Ghost and Tommy had with the Serbs, remember? And I think the Serbs were trying to play Tommy and Ghost against each other, the Serb. And then you remember when Ghost took him out in the elevator on the roof and all of that stuff. They had that big old shootout and everything. Oh, it was great. Okay? And so now we realize that the boss is this woman. Now we got to see who she is to the Serb, the original Serb that was out there in New York, And so they had to get rid of the body. They threw the bodies up in the river. Meanwhile, they go over there to Diamond Place, and he let Liliana stay there talking about want Jannar to babysit her while they go talk, okay? Because they need to hide Liliana at this point. She got this distinguishable scar on her face, and anybody can point her out in the lineup, okay? Anybody looking for her, they can just go ahead and find her. Oh, there she go right there. Look at that scar. So they need to have her for a little bit. But Jannar is just, come to find out, Jannar and Liliana already know each other, because she used to cut for him, or she was trying to cut for him, and he wouldn't pay her the money. He owed her $8,000. We found out the reason why, their relationship went south is because he was trying to fuck her instead of letting her do her actual job. And they're in the drug gang, so it ain't nobody that she can tell. So that's why she left, We see who the Serb is, okay? It's this woman. She was like, oh my God, this is a brave little girl. Imagine she got Liliana's photo on her phone. I said, oh my goodness, this is about to get crazy, because you knew how the Serbs were in power. Now, it's one thing for a man to be in power, and I don't know what it is. Listen, I may offend somebody, but it is something about a woman, especially with an accent, being in power, that's kind of a little bit more intimidating than a man. Okay, I'm just saying. Meanwhile, Tommy and Diamond, they going around the block just talking about what's going on. Give me the lowdown on the Serbs, and how you know him. It's this guy named Metrovic or whatever, and he's one of the head leaders out here, and he want the drop on him because he trying to take him out, telling them the whole situation about the reason why he may be the target and not really Liliana. And Diamond was like, you really think that big of yourself? He was like, listen, there was a whole bunch of shit that went down up in New York that you don't know about. We had some dealings with them, and they probably want some goddamn revenge, and that's what it is, okay? And so he want to take them out so that he can get their pipeline, and so that Diamond and them can get the shit going, and Diamond can give taxes to him, and all of this type of stuff. And he was like, what if I take him out myself? He was like, well, then we can split this shit 50-50. Now Diamond sat there or walked around that block and let Tommy throw out his whole plan, only for him to say, listen, bruh, I'm going to have to back way off of this. Shit, you can throw me something because I owe you a favor and all that stuff or whatever, but I'm going to have to back the fuck back on this. This is one thing that I'm just not going to touch, and this is one of those situations that once you start setting the shit in motion, there is no taking it back, okay? You're going to have to see that shit through, and I hope that you can. Meanwhile, Jannard is just, he's letting his true colors come out. Every time Liliana mentioned Diamond, he gets all up in his feelings. Oh, fuck the nigga, okay? Trying to understand why is it that she with Tommy. Tommy gonna be dead. I said, Jannard, you gonna be dead before Tommy is. I'm just gonna say that out there like that. I don't know if Jannard is gonna make it to season 2, okay? Liliana was trying to tell him that ain't gonna happen, okay? They're gonna try to tell her, I'll give you double what I owe you if you be the one. It's more than that I give you if you be the one that pulled the trigger on him. I said, no, because mind you, he asked her, why are you working with him? She said, because the money was good. I go where the money at. He was like, is that it? And she was like, yeah, that's basically it. He looking at her like bullshit, but they was flirting a little bit, or he was trying to flirt with her. And when he finally gave her the money, she was like, go ahead, you can touch it now. He gently touching her scar. Then he kissed it. I said, what in the romantic shit is this? That ain't even your bitch. Jannard is something else. Something like, put that shit down. I mean, he was sitting there sniffing coke and everything. So, he was doing a lot. I mean, when I say a lot, he was doing a lot. Now, this whole situation with Vic, I'm so tired of you and Gloria already. That lady has already told you what it is that she wants and need out of you, and you just don't understand. Okay, quit going up there talking to her if you're not going to get the shit done what you need. End of the story. Meanwhile, we get the little dude, Tommy brother's son and his friend, they supposed to go out there and fuck his place up again. He don't realize who that is. I said, what is happening? They was like, what we gonna get out of that this time? That's what the little boy friend said. And he was like, nah, we ain't finna get nothing. He said, well, this like the umpteenth time we didn't hit this place already. I'm gonna take something this time. And that's when we realized who the place was, because the Tommy brother said that they've been hit, or he's been hit like 3 times already that year, And so when they was about to do what they was about to do, Tommy brother came out there and was like, oh, what y'all gonna do, with a baseball bat? Kind of scared him. And boy was about to, shoot him or whatever, trying to act like he all big and bad. But his son was looking at him because he recognized who he was. But see, the daddy didn't recognize who he was because he don't know how he looked as a teenager, because the last time he saw him, he was 2 years old, but the boy had a picture of him. So that's why he knew who he was. And he probably felt some type of way that he didn't recognize who he was at that moment. And that's why he just went on ahead and ran off. Mind you, they left his ass. So it's like he was about to confront him, but then he just ran off. Meanwhile, Tommy was spying on the Serbs. I said, oh, please be safe, okay? I just want you to be safe. So at the end of the episode, we see Claudia, and the girl name is Mai, okay? So I just finally realized what her name is. Listen, it's a new show. We trying to get all these characters. Listen, hopefully by the end of the season, we got everybody named down pat, okay? Because they keep introducing new people. We got this other black girl on here in their apartment, or I should say in Claudia's apartment, and she looking around like, something don't feel right, but what you got me up here? She said, girl, calm down, get you a little drinky drink or whatever. You here and you got the job. You hired. And she was like, hired for what? to cook, okay? And she was like, hold up, hold up, hold up. And they was like, no, it ain't no hold up. You're gonna do this job, or we're gonna take it to the board that you falsified data, okay, for the diet pill to get to the market, to get to FDA approval. You know, it's all your signatures and all this stuff that you did, and you falsified numbers or whatever for your own volition. And we can get your license taken away from. Okay, you know, they just threatened my girl. I said, girl, I don't even know you, but I like you. Just because these bitches is coming at you like that, I'm gonna be on your side. I'm gonna be on your side, okay? I said, how dare y'all come at her like that? Y'all forcing her hand, tying it behind her back. Meanwhile, you know, Tommy had sent the text to Liliana while Janard was up there playing games with her and said, let's go. And so she left out. They go meet up, or, you know, they was talking, and he gets a phone call or a text message from somebody that said let's meet or something like that. He gonna meet up with the Serbs. It's Tatiana. That's what her name was, Tatiana, okay? Tatiana basically like, where the hell is Liliana, okay? Where our Coke at? And what's good? He was like, well, here's your Coke, okay? You're not gonna get Liliana. She was like, well, she done took out 2 of my men. And technically speaking, y'all done took out 4, okay? And if you don't want no problems by me telling Markovich that you out here, you know, and it's a good thing that, you know, old boy is dead and then the person that killed him is dead, talking about Ghost and the original Serb. And he was like, you know, okay, what you trying to get at? What you trying to get at? Because this is not scaring me. Like, it's just, I just want to know what's really going to scare Tommy. What is really going to scare Tommy? Because he seemed like, bitch, he need to be one of the Avengers or some shit. I don't know. Like, he needs to be in the comic books, because when I tell you, this man just is, he is fearless. Okay, you're coming up against big drug people, big organizations, and well, at least he's not showing that fear. And I guess that's a good quality to have at this point. But he backs that shit up, though. You know, she coming at him talking about she gonna let people know that you out here and all this stuff, and, you know, bringing up the past or whatever, and I'm the one that saved your life and you owe me this and woo woo woo. And that just pissed him off further. It was like, I should kill you. That's what she told him. And he was like, oh really? Next thing you know, pop pop. I said, now damn, Liliana, you got aim like that. Oh no, it wasn't Liliana, it was Vic. Vic said, we in this shit now. I said, I know that's right. You know, Vic, I was happy that you showed up. You know, you a little wishy-washy motherfucker, but in this moment, you came through. I give you your prop. I give you your credit. Took out 2 of her men. And she looking like, what? Girl, next thing you know, Tommy took her ass out too. He said, you should have never brought up New York, and just stabbed her in the neck. I said, wait a minute. We just taking everybody out. It ain't gonna be nobody left by the time the season is over with. But hey, this was a good episode. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about it, and I will see you guys later. Peace.